where am I? What's this spaghetti arm doing sticking out of my head?
So there were a couple great things to come out of the 1990s. 1, the original Ninja Turtles movie. 2, Emma Watson. And 3, animation. In fact, animation had a major renaissance back then, resulting in some of the best cartoons in half a century. And I bring it up because, should you like those cartoons, you're gonna love sticking it to the man. Also helps if you like Maniac Mansion.
And how does that make you feel?
Sad, I guess.
And how does that make you feel?
The sadness? No, like, not happy? Like I have emotions that are making me depressed.
And how does that make you feel?
So this thing was just released for the PlayStation 3 and Vita, and it's basically a 2D puzzle platformer dipped in a little Rocko's modern life. In fact, while there's plenty of animation this game's art style seems to tip its cap to, Rocko in particular seems to be a huge inspiration. Everything from the slanted buildings to the surreal humor, even the fonts. This game really takes you back to the old days of O-Town.
Oh, these were happy times.
So if you're not as much of a cartoon nerd, well, what's Stick It to the Man all about? Well, it's basically a game of problem solving. And style and satire, which is where the Rocko comes in. Play as Ray. One day, Ray gets hit in the head. When he wakes up, he notices some kind of long pink hand coming out of his brain. Of course, no one seems to notice, and Ray discovers he can actually use it to read people's minds and, steal their thoughts. You see, those thoughts are actually stickers. In fact, the whole world is this huge interactive sticker book, and each level gives Ray obstacles to navigate and people to help. And he has to do that by putting the right stickers in the right places. So, for example, early on, Ray meets this poor bastard who's about to kill himself.
Hey, listen, do me a favor. I kinda didn't think this through.
Obviously.
And I left the handbrake on in the car. Can you disengage it for me?
So you read his mind, and it turns out it's over a woman. She dumped him for some guy with better teeth. So obviously we need to get this guy better teeth. And to do that, we have to solve a series of problems. It includes feeding some guy's arm to a crocodile.
Come on, let me hug you for a bit.
Changing the outcome of a dance competition.
It's an outrage! I paid good money to ensure my victory!
And chatting with a kidnapping victim about obscure NES games.
How can I ever say thanks?
Well, I could use a drive.
Got it. I'll dance for you, and then we can talk about Silver Surfer.
For the NES?
Aw, man, I really want to talk about this, but I'm late.
Then and only then can true love be saved. Only it's not true love because, I'm pretty sure she only likes him for his teeth. It's not saved because, who knows what's canon at this point.
Bernie, where did we go wrong?
We didn't, Barbara. Just forget it. Everything up to now is non-canon.
So every level follows pretty much the same formula. Explore the scene, talk to everyone, figure out who needs something, and then figure out how you can get it for them. That usually involves talking to other people or solving another problem, at which point you can grab a sticker with your massive brain hand and then stick it somewhere helpful. And because it's like a book, the stickers actually affect the world. That's where the puzzle solving comes in, figuring out which stickers change which situations.
That was awesome!
It's a lot of fun, but on the other hand, like I said, every level follows the same formula. So in terms of actual gameplay, things can get stale, especially if you get stuck. That's when things just devolve into randomly trying to stick stickers on every spot that needs one. So it does have that, that stretched adventure game logic sometimes, that esoteric feel that can often make these games frustrating. But when it clicks, Stick It to the Man is incredibly entertaining. And for me, that's all about the presentation. The dialogue's fantastic, and again, the style and tone really remind me of Rocko's modern life, almost to the point where it feels like a tribute.
Welcome to Ray's Funhouse. To ensure your continued sanity, please refrain from smoking, eating, or wrestling the animatronic people on this ride. They will bite back. I'm not even joking.
In a sense, I guess this is less an awesome game than just an awesome experience. The gameplay's just a vessel for the dialogue and the art. That's the real attraction. So it's basically like Like back around 1991, if Nickelodeon had done a cartoon inspired by Maniac Mansion, this would have been the result. A beautiful and hilarious puzzle-type adventure thing. Stick It to the Man is a great game that left me thinking one thing. That was a hoot!
Spaghetti! Spaghetti in my head! I think? Wow! What a crazy dream! Oh, good thing dreams are stupid and don't mean anything!